I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
All right, all right. I'm live, y'all. I'm live. Yeah, donate if y'all want. But something just brought to my attention, and what I can't stand, you know, what I can't stand is some of you Negroes who act like this guy from the movie Waiting to Exhale. You trying to throw oranges at somebody's balcony. All right. You're throwing oranges at somebody's balcony. That's why I went after. That's why I want a white woman instead of a black woman. Oh, that's why brothers get with white women. If y'all remember that movie Waiting to Exile when old boy trying to throw the orange at old girl, that's one of the most ridiculous scenes in all of movie watching history. Was watching that crazy foolishness, and it was brought to my attention, right? Again, I heard this black manosphere. We're doing great things out here. Right? Going to make a video about $10 and saying because he gave a woman $10 that you trying to say, well, that's $5 more than what y'all is your net worth. It's time to debunk that bullshit topic. Ever since Tommy Sotomayor made that statement, oh, Black Beauty. Wait, wait a minute, Black Beauty. What's going on, Beauty? Going for beautiful? What's going on with you? It's good. It's good to see you, Black Beauty. It's good. It's good to see you. But I'm going to debunk these stupid talking points. Oh, black women only made the net worth of a black woman is $5. And I am responding to that fool on the other website, the website that's not on YouTube. But since I'm simulcasting on that other website as well, I am simulcasting this on the other website. So it's not just on YouTube, it's on the other website. So the Negro on this other website going to sit and talk about, oh, Black, I donated $10. That's more. That's $5 more than what is your net worth. Ever since Tommy said this, right? You Negroes online took it and ran with it. And this is the reason why y'all got to be checked. Because you're sounding stupid out here. Now, I don't use CPT. I do actual research. However, since this is going to be a short live stream, I'm not going to bring all the research together because somebody else compiled it already. So let me go ahead and do this because it's been compiled already. And I'm going to show y'all, what is debunk, right? Let's show this real quick. The average net worth of an average Black woman varies significantly based on various factors. So this premise that all Black women net worth is $5 is a fallacy. It's one of the dumbest arguments you Negroes make. A single Black women without a bachelor's degree age 20 to 39 have a net worth of $0. Okay, without a bachelor's degree, right? Well, if she got a net worth that is a $0, what does that make you? See, none of y'all will use critical thinking skills online. Y'all just try to use this shame, blame, and explain bullshit. What's going on? Hammer Time Funk. What's going on with you? But let's go to the second bulletin. Those aged 40 to 59 have a net worth range of 1,000 to 2,000. But I thought it was $5. I thought it was $5. But then you said from age 20 to 39 has a net worth of $0. But then you Negroes can come online and saying though, oh, why ain't she trying to date me? Why ain't she trying to do? Well, if a woman can say no to any of you bums, can reject some of you bums online, that would tell you that she's net worth because y'all actually believe that women in general are hypergamous, right? It actually defeats the hypergamous argument you make. So if Black women are hypergamous, and like just like all women are hypergamous, so if women are hypergamous, but the net worth is that of $0 or net worth of $5, wouldn't she wouldn't give two flying fucks if you make 7 or make 1,000. Between $7 and $1,000, she wouldn't give two flying fucks because she has what? She has a primorius, not primorius. I forgot. I can't pronounce the term now. She wouldn't try to marry up. Wouldn't she marry up regardless? This is how stupid a lot of you Negroes online sound. Those age 60 plus has a net worth of $12,000. a single black woman, single black women with a college degree, age 20 to 39, has a net worth of 11,000 to zero. No, has a negative. Well, wait a minute. That's because of college, college loans and all that, right? That's because of college loans, but she's doing something with her life though. So if she has that, what that makes you, those 40 to 59 have a net worth range of 6,000 to 9.5 thousand. No, 9,500, I should say. See, y'all don't even read. This whole 5,000, this $5 range and $10 this, the net worth. See, all this net worth means nothing. And the fact that the reason why I said y'all are dangerous and it's time for y'all to go is because you are feeding into white nationalists and white supremacists worldview. You feed into that machine. And what's so sad about it? Right, exactly. Black beauty. If y'all spent all this amount of money on weave, hair weave, and fake hair, fake nails, fake this, fake that, blah 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 blah. If y'all spend all this money, then that would got rid of that would also would destroy the $5 net worth argument. You see, around here, facts matter to me, not your opinion. Facts matter. You got people around here talking about facts over feelings, but then they're in their feelings about, what they're factual about isn't about anything, but they around here yelling and drinking beer in their kitchens, or yelling in their garages about something that they can't have power over. They refuse to take the initiative of doing it. So yeah. Oh, yeah. I have restarted my little project. Because there's something I want to do. Because of what's going on down here in Texas with Donald Trump messing up he's intervening, trying to force the Texas Senate and the Texas House to redraw all of the minority Black and Latino districts. I decided to jump. I decided to stop. I decided to not wind down my channel. I decided to lean in on this issue. And this shows how a lot of y'all who's in this sector of YouTube, y'all really don't fucking matter. Y'all really don't matter much, because everybody wants to fight the black man ain't shit, the black woman ain't shit. Then when that doesn't work, now when we want to talk about FBA versus the black immigrant, then we want to talk about African Americans versus Hispanics. While though we all doing that since last October, Texas, California, no, Texas, Tennessee, I think North Carolina and South Carolina is secretly, quietly trying to redistrict black majority congressional districts. While y'all online doing this stupid ass the spore wars. While y'all try to race war. While y'all trying to sit there and do these gender wars. But y'all been warned, a long time ago. Y'all have been warned a long time ago. And in fact, though, the way I see it, you are complicit in what's going on. You are complicit. The BGSs of the world, the BGSs and the anger mans, they are complicit in what's going on. Trying to use this idea of what's the point? I mean, not what I'm trying to say. Y'all trying to use the gender war and black women make more money than you as cover of white conservatives or the white power structure removing representation from you. But y'all won't worry about collard greens and bathtubs and whether this person is full black or half black or not black at all. Y'all worry about the wrong things. And while y'all up in y'all's kitchen drinking that piss water that you call beer, while you up in y'all's garages yelling at nighttime. And in fact, I'm gonna say this right now. Yes, I decided to take the initiative myself. Because if I'm going to address the manosphere, it won't be on YouTube. It will be offline. And like I tell y'all, it's going to be offline. Because the question needs to be asked: are you part of a hate group? And if not, what are you? That's what the question. The first question that's going to be. Now there are some second, third, fourth questions that will be asked, but I'm not going to be. I prefer not to share these questions yet because I want it hinges on what the first question, how the answer of the first question is going to be. And I mean everything what I said, whether I'm there or not. Whether I'm there or not, I'm gonna ask that question, or that question will be asked. I may not be there to ask that question, but but I do know some people who would and ask that question, and then the focus should be on the social media companies that allow this to concur, allow these the Andrew Tates and uh, the Andrew Tates of the world and the Rollo Tomassis of the world to flourish. Notice I'm not just talking about the black man, I'm talking about the entire goddamn thing. The reason why I'm going after black man here first, because first, I'm a black man. You don't represent me, nigga. That's the point. I'm gonna start at home first, and then I'm going after after Anger Man's head is finally chopped off. Then I'm going to where your Sargard of Cods, your Quarterings, and all that. So after y'all done, I'm going after the whole damn thing. That's the point. I'm starting at home first. But this whole idea about the net worth argument is so stupid. $5. And I'm sitting there listening to O'Shea, right? O'Shea did a video the other day talking about, well, we should have listened to Claude Anderson. Now, I am no fun. I ain't no fan of Claude Anderson. I'm no fan. I'm no fan of Claude Anderson. I am no fan of Neely Fuller. I'm no fan of these people who everybody want to repeat themselves after. But if you was listening to either one of them, they even told you to stop doing what y'all was doing. Neely Fuller told y'all to stop. Amos Wilson told y'all to stop. John Henry Clark told y'all to stop. Everybody told you to stop doing what you're doing. And Claude Anderson did warn, and yes, to his credit, Claude Anderson was right. By 2015, there's going to be, he predicted this in 1995, that there will be a strong anti-black sentiment in America. He is right. There is a strong anti-black sentiment in 2025. No, in 2015, he said. He's right about that. But for you, O'Shea, to now realizing that while you spent your time trying to shame, blame, and explain, you have fed into the white nationalists, the white nationalist ideology. And when Tommy came out here with that whole ass, that stupid ass, oh, black women only make $5, blah blah blah, the net worth. But like, you never said what do black men make in relation to what black women makes. If black women are making $5 as net worth, I'm using the argument, right? So if black women are doing this when they're buying hair weave, fake nails, all of that, right? Right. Well, I'm talking about, yeah. I'm talking about the myth of women having $5 net worth. Yeah, that is really the topic, right? That's really the topic I'm on. So if black women are buying fake nails, fake hair, weave, all that, right, and having a litter of these badass kids, then by that logic, right, if black men are being incarcerated the most, if black men are buying Jordans, overpriced Jordans, and everything else, then by that logic, wouldn't his net worth be the same, if not within a $10 range? If he makes $10, or he makes $5, or he makes a negative anything below $5, it's still bad. Even if a black man is making $6, it's still bad when it comes to the net worth. Hold on. What the Queen talking about? Hold on. Let me check on my YouTube, because I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm not on YouTube right now. Hold on. Right, and that's the point. It's less than $5. If you're going to compare notes about, who spend money on what, well, if black men going into prison, and if black men getting killed, if young black men was getting killed in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, during the crack era, well, what you think the net worth is going to be? Hold on, I'm gonna check what Queen's talking about. Let me go on my YouTube real quick. Like I said, I'm not on my YouTube, and let me see what she's referring to. And let me say this too. Uh, to like the Negro who got my name in his mouth today, nigga, you destroyed your own channel. You destroyed your own channel. It's a short. Oh, thank you, Queen. Yeah, okay. She talking about 36 trillion dollars debt. Uh, the, they're going after um no USA and Vimo. It created Vimo and PayPal accounts to take donations to pay down the $36 trillion. That's worse than Umar. Girl, that's worse. That's worse than Umar, right? Right now, Queen. The Umar over there. Yeah. That's worse than Umar. So the United States government created a PayPal account to pay down the $36 trillion in debt. You know, now, well, wait a minute. They supposed to, well, if the United States government was smart, right? Wouldn't they monetize their own YouTube channel? Because the White House got their own YouTube channel. Each of your congressional people got their own YouTube channel. Even the congressional committees have their own YouTube channel. So wouldn't y'all monetize those channels and so that could feed into y'all's national debt? I'm just saying, I'm just saying, because nobody's going to donate to y'all when y'all are already taking from us. You're already taking from the American people. Right. Oh yeah, exactly. PayPal is PayPal and Vimo. Y'all looking for a PayPal donations to pay down the national debt. Hell no, I'm not going to donate. Fuck that shit. Hell no. I'm not going to donate at all. I want to know who. Listen, I want to know who is going to sit there and pay on that. Because they are already trying to see if they can they're already trying to see if they can go after our YouTube, no, not YouTube, our cash apps. They really think that thing about going at our cash apps and our GoFundMe's and everything else. They're already looking at that. See, I'm gonna say something. We gotta start asking the question. We gotta start asking the question. And the question I would ask is this: okay, who does we owe our money to? Where does the United States owe? Who do we owe our money to? Right now, I know everybody's gonna say, "What about China?" Yes, China is the biggest foreign. China is the biggest foreign country that we owe our debt to. But at home, that money goes right back to us, though. banks. The banks own as lended the government money. The corporations gave lend money to the government. So I've been thinking, right? I've been thinking on this. What's going on, Pierre? See in the chat room. I've been thinking, what if they said that found an asteroid made of gold that's nearby planet Earth, right? I've been thinking, what if you take one of y'all's, re-engineer y'all space program, since y'all want to go back to the moon and shit. Let me talk and let me say this. Let me say this. I hope y'all put money on Blue Origin, because they're about to land on the moon in November. And they're going to extract resources from the moon. But hey, listen. I'm going to my Robin Hood in a minute. I'm going to my Robin Hood in a minute. Now, nobody ain't talking about this yet. It's only that's why I sub to these space channels, these outer space channels, these astronomy channels, and Blue Origin is going to beat SpaceX later this year or early 2026. Between October of 2026, no, 2025 of this year, and February of next year, they're going to land that motherfucker right on the moon. And they're going to extract resources from it. But anyway, now what I would do is, okay, since y'all saw an asteroid that's made of gold and silver, then y'all found an asteroid made out of nickel. Well, most of the asteroids we know is made out of nickel and iron. Why don't y'all just say, wait a minute, okay, wait a minute. Let's mine it and bring the resources from these asteroids back down to Earth. We melt these materials and sell it back to the corporations that we have debt. See, that would make more sense to pay off the national debt, but instead of acquiring land, we'll just acquire the natural resources that's over our heads. And with the gold, well, get a piece of it. You don't have to take the entire thing. Just say free healthcare for everybody. You pay off the Chinese. You pay off the you pay off the Cayman Islands. You pay off the American people. The savings accounts. Everybody's savings accounts would increase. It's Amazon, Queen Amazon. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is going to beat SpaceX, and I saw that the other day. They're about to be ready here in a couple months. They're about to be ready here in a couple months. They're about to land that thing on the moon and extract as much resources off of it, because on the solar caps of the moon there is water. Now, it's been a state secret ever since 1969 when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon. It was they saw something glistening on the surface. What they find out what it was ice water. So, well, you need that water for rocket fuel. You need that water for for rocket fuel and for extracting other resources from it. So I think, okay, well, you can make money off of this. You can actually create a resource, bring it down to earth. Everybody makes money. Helium-3, the isotope helium-3 can power up every nuclear power plant by 18%. So therefore, you might not have, so more people might have less of how can I say it? Less money. Well, let me say the electric bill will go down dramatically based on the output, the input and output of helium-3 within the nuclear reactor. So it's not publicly traded. Damn. You know what? If it's not publicly traded, you know what? I think the best thing to do, Queen, since it's not publicly traded, I think the best thing to do is go after the companies that work with them, because Blue Origin ain't doing it by themselves. Somebody have to make those parts. You know, somebody have to make the parts, and they already are, Queen, Tanya. They already are. They already are. It's already started. That part's already started. That's already started. Yeah, they have some IPOs, but it's traded under. Yeah, yeah. For me, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the companies that I have traded in. Right? No, no. You know what? I can't do over here because I don't have the correct. Um, I don't have the correct. There is a Space Lab. No, I'm sorry. They ain't Space Lab. I invested in Rocket Lab and Rocket Lab is a good space base company to invest in. They also do dividends. What's the other space? There is a ETF on a space trading company. I'm investing in those, right? I take that in the back end because I got a list, but I never list down all of them though, because some of them is too much. You know, it's too pricey for me to buy in stock, and some of those stocks I sold because my ass got broke. My ass is broke, so I stole some of them stocks. I was broke as fuck. So yeah. But anyway, um, yeah. But anyway, if they really want to pay down national debt, I'd rather for them to try something crazy like that instead of trying to tell people to go on Cash App, to uh, um, go on Cash App and PayPal and say, "Hey, can you donate to the United States uh, government?" It's better than saying than them doing that. And Queen, thank you for bringing that up. I might have to do a live stream on that in the morning. I might do that live stream on that in the morning because that is hilarious. That was hilarious. You gonna do a you gonna ask people to donate money to the U.S. Government when the U.S. government is stealing everybody's money? Shit, 36 trillion. I really want to know what these Trump supporters really think about all this. I really want MAGA to think, okay, you're asking people because with the big beautiful bill, the big beautiful bill costs more money than Joe Biden's Build Back Better. Joe Biden's Build Back Better bill costs less than 2 trillion than Trump's big beautiful bill. But nobody ain't saying a word about that. And guess what? You know what? Let me be factual because I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna do a video, a short video on that, and we're gonna see. And yes, I might have to go to Austin if I have time. I might have to go to Austin because the um and you know what, Queen? No, I mean say Pierre. You know what, Pierre? You're right. Trump supporters are MK Ultra. They don't think MAGA K Ultra. Yes, yes. I actually think though you're right. All this is Ultra shit, and I better not hear not no. I better not hear not one Trump supporter saying, "Oh, the art of the deal." I better not hear none of that shit come out of anybody's mouth. I don't want to hear about he's a businessman. I don't want to hear about the art of the deal book. I don't want to hear about any of that bullshit that these books and seminars and everything else he these investment ventures he did. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear facts. I want to hear about his bankruptcy cases, his transactional attitude. I don't want to hear anything else. All right. I don't want to hear shit. Okay. But yeah. Because of what's going on down here in Texas, and some of y'all see in my community tab. Y'all see in my community tab. Um, y'all see in my community tab. Y'all see what's going on. Redistricting minority districts. This should be a bigger story than what it is. But everybody's on this, you know, uh, you know, I'm FBA, I'm Pan African. Oh, I'm a black man, I'm a black woman. We don't like each other. We don't want to date. That's why I said this is MK Ultra. These internet companies is a part of the MK Ultra machine. I may not have proof of that, but the way how people are acting and ignoring the most important issues that's going on, you know. So yeah, and it's something that I said said this early this morning, right? And some people need to take a hint. My channel, I said this early this morning when old girl was on my panel, and I meant to say this, but she kind of derailed. Well, somewhat derailed because I wouldn't say she derailed it because I was on her channel earlier last night and I was wondering what the hell's going on, but it's not really a derailment. But uh, so um, my channel is welcoming, but I don't, but I'm not welcoming. I'll put it like that. I welcome people to a certain point. You can be black, white. You can be gay or straight. You could be Christian or Muslim. You could be Jew or Gentile. I have a history of welcoming people of different backgrounds, but don't make no mistake. Make no mistake. I can give two flying fucks about your race, your gender, your religion, or your sexual orientation. I can give two flying fucks, right? But if you on some bullshit, and if you're trying to manipulate, if you're trying to manipulate me or try to manipulate others, or try to sit there and try to play a game of or trying to be ignorant, trust and believe, I'll give you the fucking boot. I hope people understand that. I'm not welcoming to bullshit. And I suffered fools. I suffered no fools gladly. Just want to know it. I just want to make sure I spread that out, because I don't like how people trying to manipulate me and shit. Now you might manipulate every other man, but I'm not the wrong one. Now the thing is, going back to the point, I'm going back because of what's going on down here in Texas, and because of what I've been witnessing. I might have to get more involved, because I really don't want to get involved, but you know, I want to get involved, but I really don't want to get involved, because I want my privacy, and I want my peace, whatever little peace I got in my life. But don't force me to get involved. See, I'm already wanting. A part of me have the desire to destroy my enemies, though. But I'd rather just, and that's why I tell you, man, it's your nuts. If I really want to come after y'all, I'll come after y'all offline. It won't be on no YouTube panel. I will not be sitting there trying to talk to y'all on YouTube panel, whatever. No, I'll try to deal with y'all offline in a legal fashion, legally first. And to that sucker ass nigga who got 65 subs, nigga, you said Big J's a failure. Nigga, you got 65 subs. You destroyed your own channel. You destroyed your own channel. You went from 3,000 subs to 65 subs. And you want to start up some bullshit again? Nigga, stop it. You don't even have a driver license, and here you talking. Oh man. Now that's rich. That's rich. 665 subs. And you lost 90. Listen, you lost. Hold on. What is a percentage of 3,000 to 665? How many subs you lost? 3,000 subs to 65? That's over 2,000 subs you lost. Damn. But you got the nerve to talk about me, man. Oh, Big J's a failure. Yes, I am. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm a failure, all right. I'm a failure. I'm a failure, all right. Well, the person who joined Oranges is BGS. BGS is the one who joined Oranges, like as if though he's in that movie. Uh, what's that movie name? I forgot that movie they made in the 90s. Waiting to Exhale. Yeah, that's the movie. Yeah, I'm going with a white woman. Grabbing that guy, grabbing an orange and throwing at the fucking balcony and shit. Throwing at old girl standing at the balcony. That's one of the dumbest movies, dumbest scenes. I don't like that movie anyway, but that's one of the dumbest movies I ever saw. The soundtrack, the background music during that whole entire scene makes me laugh. He pointed at her. He went to an orange tree and he throwing oranges at old girl, and she's on the balcony, and she's telling him, "Don't come up here. We're breaking up." The nigga still want to come up there. Nigga, she told you she don't want to see you anymore. See, that guy who's standing right there, pointing up there, holding an orange in his hand, ready to swing it. That's BGS. That's Reg. That's Obsidian. That's Anger Man. They embodied, you know, embodied the man drawing the orange. That's y'all collectively, and that's why I hate hood movies. I really hate those. Listen. There are movies that I extremely hate. There are movies that I extremely hate, and most of those movies are black or they have a black theme. I'm gonna tell you why. I hate Belly. I hate Baby Boy. I hate Baby Boy with a fucking passion. And in fact, I put Baby Boy over um over Belly. I also hate Waiting to Exhale. I hate Belly Part 2. And Belly Part 2, that was just straight up garbage. But what do these full war movies I mentioned? These four movies I mentioned, and I extremely hate these movies because they try to celebrate something that should not be celebrated. Waiting to Exhale does the classic BWE swirler pink pill nonsense about black men. Even to the point where the son of the character on Waiting to Exhale was getting a blowjob by this white chick, and him viewing as a how can I say it? Emasculate him. Then you got Belly Part 2. I'm talking about Belly Part 2 is straight up garbage. Boys in the Hood. I don't mind boys in the hood. I don't mind boys in the hood. I really don't mind. I don't mind Boys in the Hood, right? Because I see what the message of Boys in the Hood was trying to convey. I see it, right? When it comes to Belly Part 2, which is straight garbage, which lead me to Belly, the first Belly, right? Belly 1. A beautiful shot. The movie was beautifully shot. The movie was beautiful. Scene to scene is beautiful, right? If you watch the movie Belly, the atmosphere was beautiful. The coloring grading was beautiful. It was a beautifully shot movie. That's if you watching the visual effects and the special effects. It's beautifully shot. But if you look at the plot, it's a scumbucket movie. That's very incoherent. Belly is incoherent of bullshit. Which leads me on to Baby Boy. A son husband who has a baby mama, a son husband who got kicked out the house, out of his mama's house by not just some guy who is a a a man who has a job, a regular man who has a job, a blue collar worker or a white collar worker. He's just a nigga who got out of prison. A man who just got out of prison. Oh, he was the one that kicked Joey out the house? And there's no lesson that he learned that Joey's mama didn't learn. If Joey's daddy ain't shit, why you repeat the same shit with Melvin? That's why I hate that movie. And then Joey having a babe, having a woman and a kid, but he's not living in her where she at. He ain't getting a job, so he can take care of that woman and that kid he got. But he's the hero of the story. I hate that movie. I can't stand Belly. I can't stand Baby Boy. I can't stand Waiting to Exhale. Oh, let's watch BET. Like the hell we ain't. Because the movies always come on BET. I want to hear that shit. We got too much of that shit going on. And that's why some of the shit gonna have to stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop sitting there. Now, hold on. Dead presidents. Listen, I like dead presidents though. I do like dead presidents. The problem with dead presidents was the end. Was the second half. I got a problem with that second half. Everybody could have took that money and lived the best life. But no, you gave money and the secrets of that money to the softest, weakest nigga on the planet. And I can't stand that actor anyway. Every time I see that actor who played that preacher on Dead Presidents, and I see his ass over there on Jason Lyrics, I said, here we go. He's gonna fuck up the whole damn scene. Everybody was eating good until he shows up in the movie. You know, I'm over. Even though they robbed the bank. All right. Even though they robbed the bank and everything, which I'm not advocating for people robbing banks, but them being black men who went to Vietnam and suffered the worst conditions and and all that shit in Vietnam over some bullshit. They went to war some bullshit, so they decided to steal some old, worn out cash. I want them to win, right? Until that nigga showed up, giving away the money away to everybody, while the police and the FBI was watching everybody. I like dead presidents. I like Posse. I like what's that Dead Presidents, Posse, Boys in the Hood. I don't mind Boys in the Hood though. I get what they was trying to convey. But if it's Belly and Baby Boy and Waiting to Exhale, y'all can keep that shit. Should Should more men rob banks instead of people? Well, I don't think robbing is good, period. But what I'm saying is, it makes more sense to rob the system that took away your leg, took away your eye, took away your arm, or over a war that started under false pretenses. So I can sit there and say, well, I don't blame them. Maybe if I was in their position, but it's still wrong though. You know, shit. At least the characters from Dead Presidents had got more balls, and they were more men than those niggas Baby Boy or Belly. Baby Boy and Belly was more about, well, let me use everybody around me, or let me sell dope sell all this crack cocaine and shit, drugs in the community, rather than going robbing from the people that put you in that position. Well, Letitia, if you listen, if you yeah, I would agree with you, but they was drafted. If I might be mistaken, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, right? I might be mistaken, but wasn't they drafted to go into Vietnam? I'm just saying, I'm just saying, and they didn't win the war, and then they come home, mentally disturbed, and they come home battered and bruised up and shit, and limp, and the only damn thing you give them is a minimum wage job. When they sacrifice their youth over there. Yeah, you are right, but I'm speaking in general when folks complain about war. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe it's a choice to go to war when you sign. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right, Letitia. You're right. But I'm just talking about in the confines, in the context of the movie Dead Presidents. I don't blame them for trying to rob that bank. I don't blame them. And that money was money that they was going to burn up anyway. They was going to burn all those dollar bills up. So why not? So why not just take that money and circulate that money so everybody can buy everybody can eat good, have a safer environment. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from that level. Because for me, I got more respect for the people in that movie than I do for the people of the movies I mentioned earlier. And I actually think that people like John Singleton, Hype Williams, they actually perpetrate the negative stereotypes of Black society, and we supposed to celebrate that. And then because we celebrate this shit, we see this shit on social media. Because I'm gonna say this right now. Jay Prince is a talking, walking stereotype, but he's celebrated. And some people, like Bomb Cherry, is questioning why me and Aunt T, because me and Aunt T have a strong hatred of Jay Prince. Okay, We got strong hatred of Jay Prince because Jay Prince embodied every negative stereotype about black men. And and I understand why Auntie went off the other day. I understand why my auntie went off the other day and said the sisterhood ain't shit. I understand it. I understand why he said that. Because if the premise is stop the negative stereotypes, why go after the men who are against? If these stereotypes are I should say are harming your community, quote unquote, why uphold the person who do the stereotypes and condemn the people who have a problem with the person, as in Jay Prince, who is upholding the stereotypes? That's why I don't blame Auntie for going off 2 weeks ago. I don't blame him for doing that because because what's the point of fighting? What's the point of arguing then? That's why I said, listen, I'm staying to myself. I ain't got time to talk to y'all. I'm gonna stay to myself. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do what needs to be done, as far as I am concerned. It seems though some people are getting spooked by that because the MGTOW people are spooked. BGS himself, he stopped talking because I told him what the end goal is concerning me. Between me and him, I got the end goal for him. And why you got a punk nigga who drinking beer in his kitchen got my name in his mouth. No, y'all are spooked because, like I told y'all, it will be off YouTube. It won't be online. This will continue off YouTube. That's the goal. But Yeti, I know, because Beans did it too. Beans said on a live stream, Beans said that a girl getting a baby girl getting grape is less important than a man getting his ass beat by the police. I'm sitting here like, and y'all just allowing him to say this shit and nobody saying a word to him when he's saying that. So Beans sit there and said that shit. If Mr. Fantastic said it is natural for a woman to get grape, comparing P. Diddy raping a man versus him raping a woman. So you said it's natural for a woman to get raped. But y'all support these clowns. But Big J's, he's talking shit. And I'm telling the truth. All I gotta do is replay what's been said. What he did though, Pierre, is he destroyed his own channel. And now Now, because nobody's watching his channel, he's starting his little funky ass bullshit up again. You know, trying to get my attention and shit. So, oh well. Big J's a failure. Coming from him, that's the most laughable thing in the world. He down with the sisterhood. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You went from 3,000 subs to 65 subs. Let that sink in for a minute, Reg. 65 subs. And you used to have 3,000 subs. Think about that. You destroyed your own channel. Stupid idiot. Anyway, let me get back to where I was doing. Yeah, he is Yeti Black. Oh, Yeti Black, thank you for the donation, though. Thank you for the donation. I really needed that few extra dollars, though. I was in bad need, though, and I appreciate you, though. You did it, and I didn't even ask. You donated, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I got some things to do because what's going on in Austin, I need to be involved in that. Some emails have been sent out, so I got to work on what's going on in Austin because I don't know if y'all paying attention to my community tab. What's going on in Austin? Yeah, I might need to get involved in that because I see what's going on. They're actually destroying every Black and Hispanic congressional districts. But Tesla, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tesla? No, I'm talking about what's going on in Texas. They're actually destroying. They're actually recreating. They reactivated the redistricting committees, and they're using this. They're using the flood that happened in Kerrville. They're using the flood as a barometer, as an excuse for a special session, because Donald Trump asked the governor of Texas for a special session to block Texas for gaining another Black district. So they're trying to get gerrymandering Texas in the middle of the decade. Now, if you read the Constitution, you only supposed to redistrict an area after every year that ends with a 0. 2020, 2030, 2040, right? And let's go back in time. 2010, 2000, 1990, 1980, right? Every year that starts with a 0, you're supposed to redistrict, right? So it's 2025, right? So you're trying to redistrict in the middle of a decade, and y'all targeting Black and Hispanic areas because Donald Trump asked the state legislatures to do so. You know, conscious. I'm telling you something. Conscious. You might want to go over there in Georgia, because I think they're trying to do that in Georgia too. Because as far as I know, that I think they're trying to do that in Texas, and I think they're trying to do that in Tennessee. They're doing this in red states that have a growing Black population. They're doing that. Did you see Trump cheat at gold in Ireland? No, I didn't. I'm going to check that off. Cheated at golf. Oh, excuse me. Oh, she means cheated at golf. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Be on the lookout. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to get myself personally involved. What's going on down here? You know. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here and I'm gonna start. I got some emails. I've been emailing all night. Oh wait a minute, hold on, don't go. If you have the link here, I'll put it up. If you have the link, I'll put it up. I'll play some of it. Okay, okay, I'll hold up. Yeah, so yeah, I've been emailing all night, all weekend, and yeah, I need to get involved in this because you know I got a political reason and I got a personal reason. All right, hold on. Let me go on my YouTube real quick. Go on my YouTube real quick. And let me play it then. Let me play it then. And let me go ahead and play it over here. Let me play this over here real quick for y'all. Let's play this real quick. Oh, hold on. Let me put this down here. So let's play this real quick. Really now. Really now. Damn. Damn. Okay. Cheating at golf, huh? Oh, they're cheating at golf. As nobody can't see that. Yeah. Yeah. He pulls the ball out of his pocket and tosses it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that period. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to my emailing. I'm gonna go back to do my emails because I'm trying to get something done real quick. I ain't tell you what it is, but I'm trying to get something done. Anyone that does shit like that, yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You're right about that, Pierre. So yeah, so I'm gonna get off of here and y'all be easy. Uh, I do have a Discord. Um, and also have a war room. That war room is private though, but it's only for select few for the war room. But anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here. Y'all be easy, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Time for me to go touch some grass. Y'all have a good one.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.